Chapter 1: The Signal That Should Not Exist. Dr. Orion Hale had spent half his life listening to the stars. The observatory at Zenith Ridge stood alone at the edge of the world, a crown of metal on a cliff of pale stone, surrounded by nothing but silence and sky. Machinery hummed like breathing lungs. The massive telescope arrays rotated slow and steady, always reaching, always listening. Tonight, the universe finally spoke back. A spike burst across Hale's monitor, a clean, rhythmic sequence of numbers repeating in a loop. At first, he didn't understand. Then the pattern clicked. It was his childhood phone number. His throat went dry. He isolated the audio channel, expecting random static. Instead, a whisper slipped through the speakers. Soft. Deliberate. Orion. The room seemed to inhale around him. He checked the system for interference. None. He checked for pranks. Impossible. No one else was on shift. The numbers repeated. The whisper grew louder. The stars were calling his name. And they had known it long before he'd ever come here. Chapter 2: Shadows in the Archives. Hale descended into the observatory's archive wing, a cold, dust-coated corridor lined with decades of forgotten logs. Lights flickered overhead, buzzing like anxious insects. He opened old reports, tracing anomalies through time. The shock hit him like ice. The exact same signal had been detected 40 years ago, and 27 years ago, and 11. Each time referencing events that had not yet happened: disasters, scientific breakthroughs, global shifts. Predictions. All of them correct. His hands trembled as he flipped to the earliest log. A penciled note in the margin read: Origin unknown. Not a transmission, an instruction. Hale leaned back, breath shaking. Through the shelves he glimpsed something impossible. A rotary phone, mint green, identical to the one he had as a child, sitting on a table that hadn't been there a moment ago. He blinked. The phone vanished. A whisper curled through the vents. Orion, come closer. He turned toward the sealed wing, closed after the incident years ago, its metal door cold, unmoving. But at its edge, the wall had cracked open slightly. And from within, a faint glow pulsed like a heartbeat. Chapter 3: Geometries of Madness. The following days twisted into a blur. Hale lost track of time. He would wake standing in the control room, hands on the console, with no memory of getting there. He would find pages of notes he didn't remember writing, diagrams of spirals, impossible angles, and patterns that made his eyes water. The cosmic signal intensified. It no longer whispered. It spoke. Layered voices, overlapping, bending reality around every syllable. Visions erupted behind his eyelids, cities collapsing inward like paper, stars blinking out as if plucked from existence, shapes unfolding in silent, indifferent grandeur across the void. His colleagues tried reaching him, but then they began disappearing. One by one. Their radios still emitted static, except the static murmured with voices not their own. Hale stared at the crack in the sealed wing. The glow had strengthened, shimmering with prismatic colors that shifted like oil on water. The cosmic signal produced a diagram matching the observatory itself. Every line, every room. And the origin point was highlighted. The sealed chamber. The place no one was allowed to enter. The place that was waiting for him. Chapter 4: The Summoning. The night the signal reached its peak, every machine in the observatory activated at once, screens flashing symbols that twisted into spirals, lights flickering in jagged rhythms. Hale felt something guiding him, pulling him. The sealed door hissed and slid open for the first time in decades. Inside, the chamber was vast and hollow, the air shimmering as if bending under immense pressure. At the far wall, the fracture gaped wide, no longer a crack, but a wound. A portal. Stars did not shine beyond it. There was no color. No sound. A void stretched outward in infinite stillness. Then it moved. A presence unfolded from the darkness, larger than comprehension, its consciousness pressing against the edges of reality like a tide rising against brittle glass. Hale felt it before he saw it, a mind so vast it eclipsed his own, ancient and patient. The void rippled. A voice as old as creation murmured. You answered. Hale staggered backward, knees buckling. What are you? The presence surged. You have been hearing us since childhood. Not a message. A summoning. The world tilted. He felt memories reshaping, reordering, aligning with something he had never chosen. You were made to come here. It whispered. And now you return to us. The void expanded, swallowing light, shadow, and thought. Hale screamed as the universe reached for him. Chapter 5: What Remains. At sunrise, rescue teams arrived to investigate the observatory's sudden blackout. They found the facility running perfectly. Every machine still humming. Every telescope still tracking. Not a single person remained. Hale's colleagues were listed missing. Their radios emitted nothing but soft static. Inside the sealed wing, the chamber now inexplicably open, crews discovered only one thing. A flickering video frame looping endlessly on every monitor. Dr. Orion Hale standing beneath a widening void, staring upward, expression vacant. As a vast shadow, too large, too shapeless to define, descended over him. The recording cut to black. But the cosmic signal did not stop. It continued broadcasting. New numbers. New patterns. New whispers. And beneath it all, layered deep within the frequency, Hale's voice murmured through the static. Calling someone else's name.